What's going on, everybody out there on YouTube? You're with the Crypto Lifer. I hope you're getting up. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everything's going well for ya. Yeah. Let's get the energy moving. Let's get everybody up and moving. First thing I want to do today is I'm going to subscribe to Love for Crypto. Just like you should subscribe to my channel or anyone else's channel who's busting their butts and putting out content on a daily basis. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining, and let's get into the news. First thing we want to talk about is Bitcoin falling out of the falling wedge. Could we open up that wedge like this? Kind of turn it into a bigger wedge? We could make a difference. And we can go also to an update by Alan Masters. I like to follow Alan Masters. You should too. He's someone you should definitely research and look into. Knows a lot. And let's check out what he says. He says, in a bullish market bull cycle, altcoins go down while Bitcoin goes up, blah, blah, blah. But he says the difference is very clear here. The alts, why Bitcoin will grow now, why the bulls will win. He says we bounce off 79.5 at the lowest here. And it's uncanny. Look at this wick. He put a blue line here as if we weren't going to pass it. He looked at the support area here, and I think he decided that it was just strong. It was strong support. Maybe he looked at some other confluence in the past. So he's saying that we will go up, that we're going to break out of this wedge. Also, there's another cool idea, Bukowski dip. It's basically like you fall out of the wedge, but then you come back in, and then you boom right up. So that's actually a bullish formation that could come, even though this looks horrible. Absolutely horrible. Another trader I like, Jacob Canfield, he actually is looking at how much you have to pay to keep a position open on Bybit. And he's looking at the funding. And the funding has just finally kind of capped off. And that means that maybe more long positions will be opened up and short positions will be closed. He's also very cautious not to short right now. And he's a pretty good trader. He makes a lot of amazing calls. And I'm not saying everything he says is right. And he'll tell you the same. But he's been in the game a long time, and he's been on the battlefield, so to speak, and he knows what's going on. He's definitely worth listening to. Check him out, Jacob Canfield, and he's on Twitter. He has his own Telegram. He's got a lot going on. I joined his trading course, and that's how I basically learned the basics of trading, and began my move here. Now I see an upward momentum path here. I'm one of the only people in my trading thing that said that, and I could actually bring this confluence from here, and I could make the claim that we're still in a bull market technically. I mean, in an uptrend, that's not a downtrend, that. If this carried over on a universal basis, meaning if we looked at the biggest picture on Bitcoin, here, and we had this falling wedge, and that was its entirety of its life, then yes. But I mean, I'm long on Bitcoin right now. I just put in a position at 8,033. Just want to let everybody know like that. I am long on Bitcoin right now. And hopefully that will actually help out XRP, man. XRP. I mean, look at this chart. You could still say it's in an uptrend too. I get it. I know I'm bending the rules when I say that. But with Bitcoin, it's a little more of a line than this. This is kind of flatline, Let me get into Ripple for you guys. Let's just see what it's looking like. Is there a sign of life here? We're on the daily. Very low on the daily. Last time we were this low, we had a little bit of a bounce, right? And we got back up to 31. Then we got pretty low again, and we had a nice bounce back up to 31. We got into the 21s here on that wick. Wow. 22 here. Now, it wasn't that long ago, because on the daily, we're looking at September 24th. Oh, my God. I mean, this is a whipsaw, right? You could almost, this kind of see like a double bottom here, like a bottom, and it did go up. Almost see a triple bottom here. No? You almost see a triple bottom. Here I have a wedge that I was hoping it would break out of. You can see I drew it a few days ago and probably left it. Gave up on looking at it. It's depressing, But basically, we should break out of this wedge. 68% chance of a break to the upside. And should put us at the length of the pole that I had, which was maybe a little longer than this now. But I'm still having this target of 28 if we can just break out of this horrible wedge. RSI getting very low. That's a great sign. Hopefully we'll bounce off this 30 line and we don't get down in here into the really low zone. But yeah, maybe is a chance to maybe accumulate a little bit of ripple. We're getting into that zone. Look at this. There is a lot of support here. Like this line is actually price line. But like this actual price line, if I hit, I mean, look at, we bounced. You know, now we're bouncing off it. So it's definitely resistance. It could end up being support. It was support right here in this area. It's kind of like this 24 area is actually looking like an area that Ripple tends to like to kind of stick around, and hopefully we can get a bounce. You know, I was hoping that this bounce would keep us from getting down here in that 29 area, when 29 was just like constant. I didn't think we were coming back down into the 24s. Crypto will amaze you, folks. Crypto will do things you do not believe. My positions for the day. What am I in today? I'm in Kava. I'm trying to ride Kava for 3 months. I'd like to see this. See, I got a target here at 154. So, you know, I got in on 113. Like to get that 46% gain. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Neo looking like it's kind of had a little bit of a dip. What I like to see is this. Again, here we have a dip and a dip. And then if we go up here, we have a candle if we do candles, I mean, we could do wicks, but we could candle it up. So here it is right here to this exact spot. That means that Neo should continue. It's hidden bullish divergence. We should get a move for Neo. We should get a pop. Yeah, still have a target there out of that wedge that never fell out. You know, we kind of broke out of it, but we came back down, broke out again. So this is like invalid. This was an older version of the. Now I don't know what you draw. Like you could draw like a broadening wedge, right? Which could come back down, come back up. It could stay in this channel. It could channel for I don't know how long, but it really could. Let's see here. Make my angles just better, as good as I can get them. Boom. So we could see something like this for Neo, where it plays in this channel. Does it break out, or does it break down? You know, I think it could go up here, and then you'll break down to the 618. You could purchase back again. I don't know. I mean, these are all assumptions. These are ideas. I just think it's a good place to buy. Look, we got a cross here. The 21-day moving average on the daily just crossed every single moving average, which is very bullish, you know. And now it's just crossed the 200, and we see the 50. So hopefully what we want to see is we want to see all these align in sequential order. We want to see the 200, the 100, the 80, the 50, and the 21. These are moving averages. You can add these by adding the 5 MA and then just changing the inputs here in settings. You change these numbers to the numbers that you would like. That way you can add all 5 moving averages with just one indicator. It's really nice. Works out great. Awesome. I did an update to my Windows computer, and I'm thinking that it has enhanced my audio somehow. Maybe not, but I'm feeling the audio is just a little more powerful, a little more consistent, a little stronger. Things are going well. All right. Good thing I didn't get some feedback. Sometimes I forget that my speakers are on. Let's move on. Ripple gets investors on edge. Bears persist. The 6-month chart of Ripple looks extremely bearish. The coin needs a strong rebound. Ripple has breached below many support levels lately, looking for a bottom. The lowest price point in the 6-month time span is 23.47, and the coin is aggressively heading towards it. XRP trades under a strong selling pressure. Ripple is tapped on an extremely bearish price trend, which can be turned into a negative vibe among investors soon if the coin fails to recover its loss in valuation. The coin struggles to deal with its current sluggish market as it lacks momentum at the moment. This is no good. But as I said before, we're low on the RSI. I think things could pop. Let's see what they're talking about Neo, because they see support at 1072, right? Let's go back to my Neo, 11, and where are they getting 1072? I'm trying to figure out. Like where, I guess this bounce line or right here. Must be right here. Must be this, like this. Yeah, it's the 200-day moving average. A lot of guys like to say things and then they're not telling you what the indicator is, but like you can see right here, this 200-day basically saved Neo. Bounce. It was strong. It's strong. It saved Neo. Really, it did. And now we see the 21 up here coming in, trying to save Neo. Neo went by it. Now it's kind of playing with it. Once it breaks above that 21, that might be a nice buy, because that will give you some more support, like another line it will have to break through, and then the support at 1172. But yeah, I would even consider maybe laddering in now. I mean, it's very, very, very risky trades. These are very risky trades. I have to make this very apparent. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. But what I am saying is that with a bounce for Bitcoin, which we're getting right now, my 8,033 buys is coming out. If I can get 100, right, that's 1/8, because 800 will be 10%, and that's we can play with that. It's a little over 1%. It's like 1.2, or and if you 10x leverage that, that's 10%. So I'm not trading leverage. I have yet to trade leverage. It's still something I'm just not fully doing. Now Kava, I am in Kava. Kava has just made a move. Let's go back to the 30-minute, and we can see. I like watching the 30 minutes because you can really see the movement. I'm not saying base all your trade moves. You will see those. I'm still looking at this triangle. I want to see it break out. I really don't need this fib level anymore. I was trying to figure something out. Fibs kind of get my, I have other things I was drawing. We were in a triangle here. We didn't break out. We were in a wedge here. We did break out. So, that wedge played out. 102 to 120. Get a nice 20. And that's like 20% right there. It's a nice move. This aggressive buy was for an older chart. But wow, we're seeing some big movement now here with Kava. Really taking that move from Bitcoin and the momentum. It never really fell that much as well as other coins did. It really held well. So Kava's something to put on your radar, something to check for sure. I've been flirting with it, buying a little here, selling a little here. I even bought here, had to sell here, took a loss, so I thought we were going to break out. I wanted an aggressive buy. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But the aggressive buy definitely here on the trend line, here in the 103s, 104s, 102s, and yeah. Realize I actually have a position need. But yeah, look at Kava. When we go back to the 30-minute, we're going to see a huge spike up. To 127. No way. Wow. So just in the last half an hour, we saw some gigantic price action. And even if we look at this on the 30-minute, and honestly, some people say no confidence in the 30-minute, but like you can make moves on the 30-minute, like big moves. Like for instance, say you drew this wedge here and you were watching it to break out on the 30-minute. Okay. And it did break out. Okay. It did break out. And you get your long position here. Boom. And this breaks out. 15% gains. 15% gains. You would have gotten in. Hopefully, aggressive buy would have been right here, right? At 106. 106 on November 17th. Boom, you'd be out of the trade on the 19th, 2 days later, with the 30-minute chart. So, I've been told by people teaching me not to use it or put more weight on the 4 hour, on the daily. And I'm sure I don't what I'm saying is I don't just trade on the 30-minute. I look at the 30-minute, but then I cross-reference back to the bigger picture. Like, here's the bigger picture. We just candle closed above the triangle, right? Or about to. When this candle closes and we get a close above the triangle, then that means that it's a buy. You know, it's technically a buy right now. I mean, this should shoot up out of the triangle. We could get a huge move coming up to 154 in Kava. This is happening. This is something real. Definitely worth checking out. Look, 122. Since we've been here, 119 to 122. Okay? And if you're at 119, you only need 11 cents basically to get 10% because you have to look at the 9 really is kind of minuscule when you're looking at it. Right now you need 12 cents, right? When it's a buck, you need 10 cents. When it's a $1.30, you need 13 cents. So already you just need 12 cents. It's already up 3 cents. I always go for a 10% move. I'm looking for that move. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing right now. Double check on it. 876. It's getting a bounce. So far, Jacob was completely right. And what he said, he was basically making a move on a long position. He said, I'm going to build a long right here. I actually like the sentiment as well. Everyone was bearish. Everyone's saying we're going down. I'm also seeing that the volume is sloping. This volume keeps going down. I could show you other places where the volume goes down. And eventually we get a spike. Like right here, the volume's down, but begins the beginning. Because it's not that good on the daily. But a lot of times when I see the volume diminishing, especially on an altcoin, it's ready to go. It's ready for a move. And remember, Bitcoin went all the way down last night to 7988, which you could have gotten into a long, right? And you'd already be up. $100. So there's buying pressure shown by the wick. I did open this up, right? Remember, it used to be here. We have to remember that. I'll keep it there because I want to be. I want it to remind me of how low we're going. You know. Wyckoff study suggests Bitcoin bottom in. Price could pass 14,000 for the 18th day in a row. Bitcoin has bled out. In fact, as a result, by news BTC on Monday, the cryptocurrency fell as low as 8,000. Lower than that, guys. We just saw last trading session plunging by 5% as bulls failed to step in while bears asserted their dominance. The bears' price action, which has been going on for months now, save for a few moments of reprieve, has made many wonder at which point Bitcoin will bottom. According to the popular crypto traders' interpretation of a technical study by legendary chartist Richard Wyckoff, the bottom came in at 7,300. Is the bottom in already? So they're saying that the bottom came in. You know, like we're done. Like no more fear. We're good. Just start buying it up. 8,000 is the level, and we're going to hit 12, and then on to the beautiful things. I don't know about that, guys. You know, the indicator in question is the hash ribbons. The ribbons which track the health and sentiment of Bitcoin miners show that miners are on the verge of capitulating, which is what happened in the mid-November, just before Bitcoin began to tumble from 6,000 to 3,000. Miners are capitulating. The hash ribbons is on the brink of inversion. That's news you never want to hear. Inversion signals a downturn in hash rate. It's a leading indicator of the miner capitulation. BTC is dangling on the edge of a cliff. Oof, Cole Gamer, Garner, BTC. Miner capitulating, for those unaware, is when small miners get backed into a corner when Bitcoin price is low and the generation lower in a vicious cycle. Undercapitalized miners panic sell. Price dumps. Longs get squeezed. Stop losses cascade. Oof. Bitcoin volume lowest since Bitcoin was at 4,000. Price breakout near. See, like when the volume gets low, it leads us to believe that we're waiting for a big move in Bitcoin. So there's just a few conflicting indicators, and you have analysts and experts on either side telling you what they think they know is going on. Please add a comment into the chat. Let me know what's going down. Monero warns users of malware ahead of hard fork. And look, I'll earn some money now, and I'll take my shield down. Why not? XMR users who downloaded binary files in the past 24 hours or so might have installed malware. Monero said via its official site, getmonero.org. This is important. If you downloaded this, I want you guys, make sure you just, delete it, do it again, follow the directions. Some of the CLI binary files that users downloaded from Get Monero have been compromised, according to Monero developers. Users spotted the issue when they saw the hash of the downloaded binary files look unusual. The Monero core team reported on Reddit. It appears the box has been indeed compromised and a different CLI binary server for 35 minutes. Downloads are now served from a safe fallback source. Monero called users to check the integrity of the binary files they got recently. If the hashes do not... Let me just close window. What do you think about at the moment, downloads are carried out. Monero plans hard fork on November 30th. I'm really frustrated lately because I have Telegram, but I quit it, and then I still get, I'm still getting, the notification constantly. And it's like, I've quit it. I don't want you to notify me anymore. You know what I think it is? I think it's in here somewhere. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Telegram desktop, quit Telegram. All right, so you quit Telegram, but you don't really quit it unless you go into the corner of your PC and blast it away. Now we're good. Let me also get Discord out of here. Quit Discord. All right, now we won't get those anymore. I figured it out, and I apologize for your ears, guys. That won't happen again. I'm still learning. But yeah, if you downloaded those Monero binary files, it appears the box has been compromised. So if the hashes do not match, do not run what you downloaded. If you have already run them, transfer the funds out of all wallets that you opened with the probably malicious executables immediately. Using a safe version of the Monero wallet. The one online as we speak is safe, but check the hashes. All right, so check it out, guys. Be careful. Kakao's Clayton to implement TSS to spur mass blockchain adoption. This is interesting. Clayton, the leading blockchain, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that Clayton. I'll go with Clayton. The leading blockchain project led by South Korea internet giant Kakao is set to introduce threshold signature scheme TSS in line with the end goal of mass adoption of blockchain technology. The partnership with Zengo, a keyless crypto wallet, will bring in TSS to remove the burden of a single atomic private key and split the responsibility between multiple parties in the Clayton blockchain. Clayton is backed by Kakao, the company behind Korea's leading instant messaging app with hundreds of millions of registered users. Clayton's explicit goal is blockchain mass adoption. We believe that our TSS technology is pivotal for such goal. To implement a TSS wallet with a blockchain, we need a mature enough developer environment. Clayton Network had all the required ingredients in its testnet. Presently, Clayton supports smart contracts that essentially allow users to add multi-signature security. According to Zengo's official release, implementation of TSS will provide further advantages to existing smart contracts. The post also revealed that the partnership is focused on Southeast Asia due to both high adoption rates by consumers and advanced regulations by governments. Besides, Clayton had previously revealed bringing in numerous global exchanges, wallets, and blockchain application listing portals under its hood and expanding its blockchain ecosystem to stir mass adoption of the tech globally. This included popular crypto exchanges like OKX, Upbit Indonesia, and Coin1. Notably, Binance, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, recently joined as a member of Clayton's 24 company board to stimulate sustainable growth in the industry and to bring meaningful use cases. They are all focused on making key technical and business decisions for the network, and it's evolved in the development of applications utilizing blockchain. And industry giants like LG, Union Bank of the Philippines, among others. This is great. Yeah. This is interesting. Top 5 use cases when you need a Bitcoin mixer or a tumbler. Now, you've heard of Bitcoin mixers, and you're wondering what they're used for, and if you need to use it. In this post, we're going to look at the use case of Bitcoin mixers or blenders. Whenever you hear of Bitcoin tumbler, it's the same as mixers or blenders. They are the same service that is used to keep you anonymous on the blockchain network. As you may be aware, you cannot completely be anonymous while using cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. So mixers confer anonymity on you so that you stay safe and have your funds secured. Here are some of the times when you have to use tumblers. While making purchases from merchants, it's a simple matter to track the owner of a Bitcoin wallet if they use the same wallet to purchase from a merchant. If they use their wallet that has been used on a site that requires verification and identity, it will be easy to know who they are and find out how much they have in their Bitcoin wallets. Also, blockchain analysis would show all the transactions they have made in the past and the volume of funds they still have. So to protect your privacy while paying with Bitcoin, you should use a Bitcoin blender, such as Bitcoin Mix. Hodling is an act of holding Bitcoins for a long-term purpose. The purpose of that is Bitcoin is deflationary cryptocurrency. This means that it has a built-in mechanism that ensures the value appreciates with time. This is mainly because it has a limited supply. A hodler buys and stores their Bitcoins in a wallet, blah, blah. It's just, we all know this. It's just like money put away. Since the wallet must be protected from prying eyes and hackers who may want to steal the coins. The hodler can add an extra layer of security by mixing the coins and sending them to a wallet that they have not exposed in transactions. And yeah, but you can also do that without a mixer. You can just create a new address anytime you want, and then you can transfer your coins to that address that no one's ever seen or knows about. You know? So yeah. Ripple may benefit from Yahoo JP Line Corp merger. SoftBank Investment Corporation has announced its plan to merge internet subsidiary Yahoo Japan with the messaging application Line Corp. According to a recent report, the reason behind the merger is speculated to be the creation of a $30 billion tech group to provide itself the ailing Line Corp, as it has struggled to compete with competitors such as Rakuten and U.S. tech companies. And coalition will result in Yahoo JP getting access to Line's 164 million users, as well as their data in Japan and Southeast Asia. Line, a South Korea company owned by Naver Corp, has been reporting losses lately. Thus, the merger will be providing it with Yahoo JP Tech Enterprise. I'm trying to find out where this. The partnership could pave the way for Ripple, as SBI Group, a subsidiary of SoftBank, announced a partnership with Yahoo's JP PayPay last month. The partnership aided PayPay and integrated with Ripple-enabled MoneyTap. This speculation doing the rounds in the community is that LinePay might integrate with MoneyTap, opening another gateway and becoming a member to RippleNet. Line has been looking for growth. So we got the SoftBank connection to SBI, and we have the SBI connection to Ripple, and there you go. And then we have the connection to Yahoo. Yahoo Japan CEO Kentaro Kawabe has not responded to questions about the services that we combined or abolished with the two companies' merger. However, Line CEO Takashi and Idizawa and Kawabe will be serving as joint CEOs post-merger. Interesting. So we found out what a mixer was. Multi-collateral DAI is live, drawing praise, criticism, and confusion. A multi-collateral stablecoin DAI is officially live and is assigned the name DAI, D-A-I. The single collateral stablecoin DAI now has been renamed to SAI. Following Friday's executive vote by Maker stakeholders, and the MakerDAO system has seen the activation of the multi-collateral DAI, and beginning immediately, anyone anywhere can upgrade the old new DAI through MakerDAO's migration portal, the announcement says. The MCD allows users to create DAI stablecoins backed by multiple collateral types. While collateral for loans could previously only have been committed in Ethereum, now Brave's basic attention token can be used as collateral as well. Dude, this is huge for basic attention token, man. This article really should say BAT now used for DAI. Oh my God. I'm just really bullish on BAT, man. And I think it's a great coin with the use case. We can watch it being used every day. I can actually use it. Look, let me turn off my shield, earn some BAT. Just earn me a little more BAT. Just created some monetary value for the world, because I could sell that, use that money to buy a good or service. So I have created, they're creating more the growth, right? Furthermore, Maker community is also valuing rep, meaning that with Maker voter approval, almost any tokenized asset that has appropriate risk parameters could be made available as collateral in the future. So right now you can only put up Ethereum. Now you can put up basic attention token, and they're looking at Augur rep. Let's check out rep. It's always on my radar. At 10. I mean, that's a bargain now at this point. I mean, we had the double top. It really should have come down here, and it didn't. This was my line for the double top. Let's take this away. I'm having issues too when I layer my Fibonacci with a price. It doesn't know which one I'm clicking because they kind of envelop each other. Here, this is my line though. So you take the neckline of this double top, You bring it here, and like this is really where we should go. Like you find we really should be going down here, past the 618. We're getting into the zone here. Accumulation now is right here. I thought before we were going to see some support. Didn't think Bitcoin was going to take us down here. But let's go to this now a lot of people see the 706 and you're going to be like, what is that? I took Jacob Canefield's course, Signal Profits, like his basically like his all-inclusive basic course. And it's really great. It's really good for anyone just beginning. And if you don't even know how to use an exchange, like if you don't even know how to set a buy order, it's there for you to show you a lot of things that you need on your path to Bitcoin success. Let's check on Bitcoin, 8,079. Can we get back to 8,100? I'd like to see that. These moving averages are so far away at this point. Like to see us get above one of them at one point. And I guess the closest is this 50. Oh. The 200 did cross. That's somewhat bullish, right? We had a little cross. Now it came back down. We don't want to see it cross this 50. And let me just double check my styles. But yeah. 2150, 80, 100. My 50 is the red. This is my 50 right here. Be cool if they just had a little number right here, like 50, 21, right? Like, wouldn't be that bad. Maybe someone could write a script. Maybe I could write the script. I should figure it out. Yeah, get to that. I've been looking at FET, man. I thought it would bounce. I got in at 4063. And the reason why I liked FET, because number one, I saw this. This is a rounded bottom, okay? These are bullish patterns. These are bullish patterns. What I like to do is we can even come out here and we do a curve. And it doesn't get more bullish than that, folks. And it's coming out of the cup. See, when you find the base of this cup, kind of see where it's hit its bottom. Like the bottom was like right around here, right? Even here you could see it was clearly bottomed, right? The low of the low. If you had bought in there right now, you'd already at 3,400 at 0.03 cents and a half, and you're already up to 4 cents. So you're up, 1/7. It's a nice gain. And that was only it hasn't moved too much, right? It's not the biggest mover. It has moved in Satoshi value though, and it's made some money. But you don't need a lot of movement here. You need this to go 4. So actually, let's look at that price movement, because I don't think I'm doing it correctly. Price range. You get here, you go up there. Yeah, 58% gains. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I think we're going to see more. And now we're down. You'd still be up 23%. I was saying that 20%, 1/5. Okay, so my idea with FET is to buy now. Start accumulating FET. I think, it's very bullish. It didn't go down too bad when Bitcoin tanked. Not too bad, It's had its own movement down since the 12th. So it's in its own little wedge action. And yeah, this is kind of a bottom here too. If this bottoms, you could say that's a double bottom. I'm viewing that. Bottom. So it would have to come back to the neckline. And then it usually goes up another leg, which puts our target at about 6,000 or 6 cents. And that's a 50% gain. And I think we could see that in a month with FET. Put it on your radar, put it on your watch list, check it out. Kava, still moving, doing its thing. Let's check it. I like Atom a lot. I have my fib drawn. I'm waiting to see how low it will go. This may be the accumulation range. Your first buy now at 44. Maybe it will come down lower, and you'll get it at 325 as well into this area. It could even dip. Might even get a dip into the 15s, 315. We don't know. Look at the last run. It came all the way back down to this 786 here. So we, it could happen. Look, it happened here. Even when we boomed up, we came back down. Then we boomed up, came back down. I kind of took this as my low because we low to here to draw this fib here. I mean, I don't know if we go all the way to here. Even then, we still got some room to grow. Yeah. This kind of puts us pretty close to that 618 in the golden pocket. I don't know. I took a hit on this. I bought here thinking we were done, and I got stopped out last night. So, not every trader wins, dude. I tell you my losses, I tell you my wins. Getting bright in here. The sun shines right through my front windows, which is wonderful. If you don't live in a place that's super bright, I personally can't do it. It's got to be the brightest place for me to live in it. But yeah, we went to 124, 25 here. 127, 125, 9, almost 126. Almost peaked that peak here. Yeah, this is still moving. I have faith in this. Back to Bitcoin at 8,100 now. We're getting that movement. Live on the channel, guys. Live on the channel. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I did go long 8,033. And you know what? I could eat my words. In literally the next second, this could go back to 7,600 and everyone will laugh at me. But I'm playing these bounces. I'm also going off, I follow a lot of other traders. No one does it alone. You can't learn this stuff by yourself. And there's people you really need to bounce off of. This is worth looking at. One coin. It had a nice big break. It went up 1.6 from 61 all the way to 73, something like that. Satoshi had a really nice move. Now it's breaking down, but that's a falling wedge. Okay, that's a falling wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the upside. That's another thing. If you're just learning how to trade patterns and you're reading patterns and looking at patterns and doing a lot of pattern stuff, the 30-minute is amazing. And the reason is because you'll be able to see so many more patterns, And it's pretty cool how I just drew that right on the daily, right? But when I go back to the 30-minute, it's still somewhat valid, which is crazy. Like, I didn't make it perfect, obviously. I made it perfect on the daily. And that's the thing about these smaller coins, the candles just, they're not as real. Like, see how they're like the movement is insane. It's such a little coin. I mean, it's 67 Satoshis, I don't even know how much that is in USDT. Some of these are so little, like you can't even trade them USDT. And some of them have such little value in USDT. Like, I seen one recently, it had no BTC value. I think it's Wink. Yeah, look at Wink. You can't trade Wink for BTC. I don't think so. Not on Binance. I couldn't see a pair. And I could be completely wrong, but I couldn't see a pair. Wow, this just broke right out of its triangle too. It was doing good. I had a target waiting. Boom. Bitcoin invalidates everything when it just shocks the show. So now what do? This turns into a falling wedge. Right? See? Go up here. I guess. I mean, you can't take these huge spike outs. Like, they're just wicks. Like, insane wicks. Yeah, so now it's just kind of being in this descending channel, which it's going to break out from. It's going to, at one point. Just like it broke out of this one. How many days? October 14th till October 23rd. It took 1 week. And boom. Look at that massive gain, dude. Like, bought here. If you were even able to catch that wick at 91% gains, you were a maniac. October 23rd, another week. Interesting, to the 31st. Like, it's about a week. This thing has to move in weekly patterns. Maybe some bull just has a day off and he comes in and just boom, right? So now we're below the 21-day moving average. And see, now here we're in sequential order the opposite way. We need to flip this. We need to flip it like here. Here was beautiful, very healthy. Now it has been flipped. So yeah, wink. Bitcoin Cash miners wasting resources on an orphan chain. Went over that. That's some old news. Old news. We did the capitulation. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter, please, at CryptoLifer33. I put up polls. Right now I have a poll. Is John McAfee the greatest truth seeker and speaker of our time? You know? Let's see what people think. We have one vote. I'd like to get a few more. I will put a link in the description to my Twitter feed. And yes, then I wonder if I can edit the description while I'm live. Is that possible? I think I can. I just did. So I added that in the description. It should pop in. CryptoLifer 33. What's going on? Trump. This is some weird stuff, but he made a strange move to the hospital, and people are speculating that his food taster got sick. Thinks the CIA and the FBI may be trying to poison him. You know? I'm not saying that's possible, but what I am saying is anything is possible. So, and look, then they have all this organic turmeric, liquid extract, and like all these things that will help you get rid of, poison or it's just funny, man. But natural news, yo, when he went to the hospital, he checked in without like no one knew. Like he didn't want people to know he was going there. Like he did it on like a very, very private, like trying to save himself type of thing. You know, it's kind of interesting. That's pretty weird. But if I was the president, I wouldn't trust anyone either. Not the FBI, not the CIA. I wouldn't trust anyone, especially him. He pisses off a lot of people. He does whatever he wants. A Secret Service agent traveling as part of the president's security detail died Tuesday in Scotland after suffering a severe stroke. The agent, a 19-year veteran of the agency, suffered the stroke on Sunday and was treated in Scotland. And they said Roger Stone survived an attempted poisoning and that deep state operatives who have infiltrated the White House were poisoning the president's water in an effort to impair his cognitive functioning and energy. Alex Jones told Natural News he believes the incident may have been a deep state attack using an exotic chemical poison with the delayed activation signature. He underscored the importance of people understanding that we are in the climate of civil war, and this kind of attempted poisoning is par for the course, historically speaking, when they want to take out a leader and make it appear to be a death by natural causes. Wow. We are at civil war, though. I mean, if you guys don't know that, and I'm bringing this up because it ties into Bitcoin, because the next presidential candidate, and I think if one speaks up about cryptocurrency, and I think actually Andrew Yang did. Andrew Yang. This should be headlines, really, you know. Presidential hopeful Andrew Yang. Come on, guys. Presidential hopeful Andrew Yang plans to regulate the crypto industry. Promised to promote legislation on cryptocurrencies. On November 14th, Yang, an entrepreneur, lawyer, philanthropist, and Democrat candidate in the 2020 United States presidential election, wrote a November teen blog post on tech industry that cryptocurrencies experience the levels of fraud that they do because of the lack of adequate regulation. Other countries which are ahead of us on regulation are leading in this new marketplace and dictating the rules that we'll need to follow once we catch up. I like that he's bringing this up. A lot of other people aren't bringing it up. Shout out to Crown. Crown's the man. But yeah, a lot of people aren't bringing it up. And the fact that he's on the forefront and talking about it could make him maybe the only person that could beat Trump. I really think cryptocurrency is something that could become such an integral part of who becomes the president. I mean, am I the only one who thinks that, guys? Is this But yeah, there'd be a lot of money involved, you know. So, but yeah, that is the news for the day. Went over some coins. Let's go back to Bitcoin, 8,100. While we were streaming, we got from like 8,033 to 8,100. Let's see my buys too. Really would like to get into VET. I think VET, that 6.5 VET. I don't know what VET's about to do. Let's pull a fib on VET before I leave you guys. How to pull a fib. If you don't know how to pull a fib, let me teach you. And if you want to learn, research Fibonacci. I would research Fibonacci on YouTube and understand really what's going on, because there's like, even if you didn't want to trade, like the information is amazing. It's so awesome. But let's check this out. Finally broke a trend line, which we were in for a while. We could bring this trend line up. See if we stay off of it. It's like right there. So we could bounce off here maybe. But how and why to pull a fib? You pull a fib because you want to see how other traders are trading. They use what's called algorithms and bots and institutions, and they trade on these Fibonacci lines and these levels. So if you don't know them, it could cause you some pain, because you won't be able to judge where to buy something where the mass of institutional buyers are doing that. And you want to trade with them because they're running the market. So you go over here to an indicator. It's this guy here at the top. And it has all these different indications and ones you can use. And here you find the fib retracement right here. I star it. And when I star it, it goes down into my panel here. And then you can use everything that you're using all the time in your panel. So I know my long position is here. I know my fib is here. And you find the low, the candle wick low, and you put your in, and you go all the way to the candle wick high, put your done. And then you can see your levels. Now the 618 tends to be accumulation zone right here. So technically, by the book, VET should go back to around somewhere between 4.8 and 5,000. Like we're looking at these numbers. You know what I'm saying? This is a half of a cent. Anywhere from 0.4 of a cent to a half of a cent, or four. You know what I'm saying? It gets crazy when these levels get so little. But Ripple, are we bouncing back? Ripple, are we gonna do something? It's gonna stay in this channel. Hopefully go back to 25. But it's a nice buy for Ripple. I didn't think we'd get 24 cents again, and there we go. XVG back to Kava, holding that 122, wants 23. Can it get back over the hump? Boom, boom, boom. This is kind of resistance right here for whatever reason, even though there's no real price action to show it. Like we have support here. That's it. If this breaks down, it could break down all the way, right? Because all it has is this, maybe this. You could say this is support, right? And you could say this is support. You could even give yourself a little line there, and you could call it. But yeah, not too many levels to break through. Bitcoin, 896. VeChain, Stellar. Would Stellar be a bounce back? I mean, I kind of like that right there. Again, we can draw a fib on this. 618. 618. Interesting. Now, or is that, do we tempt fib it to here to a more local bottom? Either way, we've retraced quite enough, right? So to me, that represents a buy. I mean, Bitcoin's bouncing up. We're pretty low on the RSI. This is done. I got to tell you guys, I'm going to put on an alert right now just looking at this. I think Stellar is something you may want to ladder into right now. Huge buy orders over the sell orders. I don't put a lot of weight on that, but it's good to see. Good to see. Just something to add to my depiction of the coin. Last time we were this low, we bounced pretty hard. Boom. And then the other times we were just in a downtrend here. Right? Interesting. And it's very basic, but if we go here, we have a low and a higher low. And again, I've been taught not to do this, but I've seen it play out on my own. So this is something I do on my own. Like, you start finding your own stuff when you trade, but that is hidden bullish divergence to me. That means Stellar is going to keep moving up. I don't see us breaking this 618 area, and we wick down. Unless Bitcoin goes to 7,500 and takes the whole market down with it, you could see a nice bounce. I mean, here's the double top. We did have a double top on Stellar, so that has to play out. They usually play out pretty well. We go to the base. I mean, I like to see this. I like to see that we have, this is where I like to make my buys. And here I'll show you why. See how the red is getting light? You know, when you have that huge fat red, you know you're getting close to that white one. It's not always, it could go red, but just in general, right? These big fat reds, we're going to kind of level out. And I've seen, this is where the move made. This is where the move was made. Not on the green histogram, actually on the end of the red. So I've been watching this a lot, and I've been noticing this through my day trading that buying here is kind of the move. You miss a lot if you wait till here. You see what I'm saying? You want to, like right here. You bought right here. You may have caught just this move and then that move too. You see? But you waited till the green, you only got just maybe this move or this little tiny move from here up to there, and then you lost the trade. So what I like to see is a bearish pattern that's confirmed. Like the measured move is confirmed. So anyone trading on that, boom, they put their buys here. It could be in a bounce here, even if Bitcoin didn't bounce up. This could have done it on its own. But yeah, and other people will see that I have the 706 and the 886. These are add-ons that I've added. Yeah, like not everybody has these. This 706 here and this 886. These are what are called hidden Fibonacci levels that Jacob Canfield has found as he's traded a lot, and he's traded a lot. So I'm pretty sure that if he says that it, you know, he's found it to be true in his trading. So yeah, Stellar. Just that's a bonus for you guys. And if you want to watch my coins, ARPA, Atom, Band, Bitcoin, CHZ, Data, Kava, Nano, Neo, Ontology, Rep, VeChain, Wabi, Wink, XLM, XRP, Link, again, but the UST, Loom, FET, Tomo, and BAT. BAT had a nice breakdown. That's kind of cool. After that, I mean, it's not cool. I'm not happy for it, but I like it because I could get into it where I'd like to get into it. It had a nice move, and then it gave it all back. Kind of sad on the daily too. So, yeah. But what I do see, no, I don't see. So yeah, those are the coins. That's the news for the day. I'm happy you came and hung out with the Crypto Lifer, as crypto is my life. There is nothing else. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out